One of the most respected national news anchors in the country spoke in Sarasota today.
ABC 7's Linda Carson and PBS anchor Judy Woodruff started their careers together. They reminisced today about Judy's journey to the top.
What a thrill for me when Judy Woodruff, anchor and managing editor of the PBS NewsHour, spoke to the Junior League of Sarasota at their annual Legacy Luncheon. I was doing the weather and reporting news at WQXI in Atlanta when Judy came looking for her first reporting job.
And it was the station where you were working. You were then Linda Fay, and the news director, a man named Bill Conover, sat me down and asked me, what did I want to do? And I said, I want to be a reporter, but I'm prepared to start. I'll do anything. I'll clean the film, because in that time we used film. I said, I'll empty the trash.
He hired her as a secretary.
I told them that I eventually wanted to report, and I remember, they looked at me and they said, but wait a minute, we already have a woman reporter, Linda. And so it was as if there could only be one.
She tells how she was soon offered a reporting job at the CBS station, then set her sights on national news. At first she was turned down because of her southern accent.
And then NBC called me right back a week later and said, we just fired our correspondent in Atlanta in the southeastern region. Can you quickly send us another application, another audition tape? And I did that, and they hired me.
She often reported on Jimmy Carter as governor of Georgia.
And then after he was nominated and elected, I lobbied to go to Washington, and they sent me to Washington to cover his presidency. So that was my break. I became the White House reporter for NBC News.
9 years later,
along came this program called the McNeil-Lehrer Report that was expanding on PBS to a whole hour.
She became their chief Washington reporter. She has now been with PBS off and on for 21 years. Meanwhile, she has a very happy marriage.
We're about to celebrate our 38th wedding anniversary. Al Hunt, he's a columnist for Bloomberg View.
They have 3 children.
I've had a child with a disability, and that's been the heartache and heartbreak of my life.
And she still follows very strict rules of good journalism.
To make sure that what you're reporting is accurate, that it's balanced, that you're getting both sides of the story. That's incredibly important to us at the NewsHour, and that you're reflecting the larger context.
After watching Judy Woodruff start off her career in Atlanta at the station I was working at 50 years ago, it was wonderful to hear her today promise the audience that she reports and anchors the news with PBS with truth, honesty, and without bias. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.